Praxis 5713 Writing Process and Instruction Preparation Quiz. Question 1. A student is writing a narrative essay about a memorable experience. Which of the following openings would be most effective at immediately engaging the reader and drawing them into the story? Is it? Option A. My name is Maria, and I am going to tell you about a time when I went to the beach with my family. B. A memorable experience in my life was when I went to the beach. C. The salt spray stung my eyes as I scrambled over the slick, dark rocks, my heart pounding louder than the crashing waves. I had lost sight of my brother, and the tide was coming in. Or D. I will never forget the day I went to the beach. It was a sunny day in July. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is C. This question assesses understanding of narrative hooks and effective storytelling techniques. A strong narrative opening should engage the reader's senses and create immediate interest, often by starting in media res, in the middle of the action. Option C does this masterfully. It uses vivid sensory details, salt spray stung my eyes, slick, dark rocks, crashing waves, and creates immediate tension and a sense of urgency, my heart pounding, I had lost sight of my brother, the tide was coming in. The reader is immediately drawn into the scene and wants to know what happens next. Options A, B, and D are all flat, expository openings that simply announce the topic. They tell the reader what the story will be about, rather than immersing them in the experience. Option C is the only one that shows, rather than tells. Question 2. A student is writing a business letter to apply for a job. Which of the following closings is the most appropriate and professional for this context? Is it? Option A. Later, dude. B. Thanks, and I hope to hear from you soon. C. Sincerely, followed by the student's type name. Or D. Yours truly. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is C. This question assesses understanding of appropriate register and conventions in professional correspondence. A job application letter requires a formal and professional tone. Sincerely is a standard, widely accepted, and appropriately formal closing for a business letter. Option A is wildly inappropriate and informal. Option B, while polite, is a sentence, not a standard closing salutation. Option D, yours truly, is also a standard closing, but it is slightly more informal than sincerely, and is sometimes used in less formal business contexts. Between C and D, sincerely is the most universally appropriate and safest choice for a job application letter. Option C is the best answer. Question 3. A student is writing a descriptive paragraph about a city street. The student writes, the street was busy. There were many people. There were cars and buses. There were tall buildings. It was noisy. The teacher asks the student to revise the paragraph to create a more vivid and engaging description. Which of the following revised paragraphs best achieves this goal by using specific details and varied sentence structure? Is it? Option A. The street was very busy and crowded with people, cars, buses, and tall buildings. It was also very noisy. B. There were many people on the busy street. There were also many cars and buses. The tall buildings were there too. The noise was loud. C. A river of humanity flowed along the cracked sidewalk, past idling taxis and rumbling buses. Horns blared in a chaotic symphony, a constant backdrop to the jackhammer staccato rhythm echoing from a nearby construction site. Or D. The street was busy because of the people, the cars, the buses, and the buildings. The noise came from all these things. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is C. This question assesses the ability to revise for descriptive power and style. The original paragraph is flat and relies on generic adjectives, busy, noisy, many. Option C is a masterful revision. It replaces generic statements with specific, concrete images, a river of humanity, cracked sidewalk, idling taxis, rumbling buses. It uses figurative language, chaotic symphony, and varied, sophisticated sentence structure to create a vivid and immersive sensory experience for the reader. Options A, B, and D all remain at a generic level, simply rearranging or slightly rephrasing the original bland descriptions. They do not add the specific, sensory details that bring a scene to life. Option C demonstrates true revision that transforms the quality of the writing. Remember, we can take your Praxis 5723 exam for you, remotely and undetected, with pass score guaranteed. Message us via the number in the bio. Question 4. A high school student, David, is writing an argumentative essay on the topic of school uniforms. In one body paragraph, he makes the following claim: requiring students to wear uniforms would save families money. He then provides the following supporting sentence: my mom says she spends a lot of money on my clothes for school. Which of the following statements best evaluates the effectiveness of this evidence and suggests a more effective revision? Is it? Option A. The evidence is effective because it comes from a credible source, David's mother, who has direct experience with the cost of school clothes. The paragraph is fine as is. B. The evidence is not effective because it is an anecdote based on a single family's experience, which is not representative or generalizable. A more effective revision would be to cite a study or data showing the average amount families spend on school clothes versus the cost of uniforms, or to compare prices from different stores. C. The evidence is not effective because it is written in first person, my mom. David should change it to third person. One parent reports spending a lot of money on clothes. Or D. The evidence is effective, but it needs a citation. David should add personal communication after the sentence to properly cite his mother as a source. The correct answer is B. The correct answer is B. This question tests understanding of what constitutes strong evidence in academic argumentative writing. Anecdotal evidence, based on a single, personal experience, is generally considered weak support for a broad claim like requiring uniforms would save families money. David's evidence is not generalizable and does not provide the objective, verifiable data needed to convincingly support his argument. Option B correctly identifies this flaw, anecdotal, not representative, and provides a specific, effective suggestion for revision, using research or statistical data. This moves the argument from a personal opinion to a more credible, evidence-based claim. Option A incorrectly validates weak evidence. Option C misidentifies the core problem. The issue is not the grammatical person, but the lack of generalizability. Even in third person, an anecdote remains an anecdote. Option D also misses the point. Citing a personal conversation does not transform an anecdote into strong, objective evidence for a broad claim. This question assesses a key skill in argumentation, evaluating the quality and relevance of evidence. Question 5. A college student is writing a research paper and comes across the following sentence in a scholarly article: the results of the study were inconclusive, however, further research is needed in this area. The student wants to quote this sentence in her paper. Which of the following options correctly punctuates the quoted material and integrates it smoothly into her own sentence? Is it? Option A. According to the researchers, the results of the study were inconclusive, however, further research is needed in this area. B. The researchers state that the results of the study were inconclusive, however, further research is needed in this area. C. According to the researchers, the results of the study were inconclusive, however, further research is needed in this area. Or D. The researchers state that the results of the study were inconclusive, however, further research is needed in this area. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is C. This question tests the ability to correctly punctuate a direct quote, specifically when it contains a conjunctive adverb like however. The original sentence contains a punctuation error, a comma splice. It incorrectly joins two independent clauses, the results were inconclusive, and further research is needed, with only a comma before however. A conjunctive adverb like however requires a semicolon before it and a comma after it when it joins two independent clauses. Option C correctly preserves the meaning while fixing the original error by using a semicolon before however. It also correctly integrates the quote with a signal phrase and a comma before the quote. Option A perpetuates the original comma splice error. Option B also perpetuates the error and incorrectly capitalizes the after the signal phrase that, which does not require a comma. Option D incorrectly places a comma after that, which is not standard punctuation before an indirect quote or a that clause. This question assesses a sophisticated understanding of punctuation rules involving conjunctive adverbs and proper quote integration. How many did you score out of 5? Let us know in the comments below. Also, tell us which exam we should cover next. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe for more.